VGC is supported by Patreon. Check out patreon.com/videogameschronicle for more podcasts, ad-free browsing, and extra content. Thank you for your support. The worst kept secret in video games is finally out, and we have gameplay footage from Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. One thing that the Assassin's Creed series has always managed to do well is meet media fads with near perfect timing. Whether it's the media landscape that's currently obsessed with Vikings, or the Renaissance or feudal Japan, this series of hooded assassins and their neck-cuddling toys meets the mood at just the right moment to capitalise on the interest. There's probably no greater example of this than Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag all the way back in 2013, back in the days of Pirates of the Caribbean and all those other pirate things people loved. But now it's back with Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced, which is a remake of the 2013 game. It's received a surprising amount of improvements and additions according to Ubisoft. It will be released on July the 9th, 2026. Now, most expected this to just be a standard remaster, but this is more of a full-fledged remake, which brings big changes alongside some new content. Starting with the graphics, this is no upscale of the original game. As you can see from the footage here, there's a lot more detail in the textures, and the models have been completely rebuilt. There's some complete redesigns that have happened as well to fit with the new game's style. Towns are more lively, and there's new scenery to admire and obviously climb all over, and the star of the show, the ocean, is a sight to behold. There's also an upgraded parkour system which brings it more in line with the recent games. It expands Edward's moveset with things like back kicks and side jumps to add to the sense of flow that the series has really nailed. Ground combat has also been tweaked. Now, let's be serious, it was far too easy in the original. In this era of Assassin's Creed, the counter and execute system of the original game gave you an insane amount of generosity when it came to a window to block the attacks. And once you got on a combo, you could infinitely one-shot enemies, making it rather pointless. So in Resynced, it's been toned down. Now you have a perfect parry system which requires more precise timing, and combos are limited to just 4 kills rather than extending to the pirate, his mother, his father, and his entire bloodline. This means you'll actually need to use the rest of the tools in your arsenal, like your flintlock pistols and smoke bombs. When you can realise the moveset to its full potential is utterly thrilling. Tailing missions have also been fixed. Now if you're detected during a tail, the mission will adapt and the target will either flee to their destination or engage you in combat to keep the action going. The stealth system has also received a refresh. You have the ability to crouch everywhere. You'll now have the ability to recruit officers to your crew, and there's new narrative scenes featuring Blackbeard. Now to the removals. The multiplayer mode is gone, and the game's DLC will not be featured. The team says this is because they wanted to focus solely on Edward's story, but the lack of the Freedom Cry story will be a disappointment for many, as Adewale is a fan favourite character. Then there's the ever controversial modern day storyline. The original game saw you take up the first person role of an Animus game developer working in Abstergo Studios to get all the footage required from Edward's life, while the evil organisation secretly used it to learn about the observatory he uncovered. So in Resynced, the team seems to be doing away with some, if not all of that. They did say there would be some modern day scenes, but they weren't entirely clear how that's going to be approached, something we'll find out in July. All of this comes together to show that Resynced is going to be everything that we loved about the original, plus some extra spice on top to make it feel better than ever. While the lack of multiplayer and DLC is a shame, the core parts of the experience have been added to and improved in a number of ways that will likely make this the definitive way to play Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced releases on July 9th, 2026 for PC, PS5 and Xbox Series.
Truth, he's a serious chap. No sense of humor.
Let's see what he was carrying. It's addressed to Commodore Chamberlain at the governor's mansion. That's where I'll find him then. You get sight of that? The more holds, the higher the profit.